Hi, my name is Przemek Chojecki and you're watching my YouTube channel. This is yet another video with a reaction to another YouTube channel. This time I'm going to review codebullet, which has an amazing almost 2 million subscribers right now, and it's a really wonderful channel even though it has just a couple of videos. So what is this channel about? Actually, most of the channel is about AI learning to play some kind of a game, and different kind of challenges based on that. So let's have a look at a couple of videos. So for example, I guess every one of you knows either Pong or Flappy Bird. So have a look at that because this is really great. Maybe start from the very beginning.
Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today we're going to do some Flappy Bird action, and I know I am hardly the first person to do this on YouTube, and that's because it's kind of pretty easy. So today we're going to be doing this as a one-day challenge. I've got a day to make a fully functioning version of Flappy Bird and add the AI to learn how to play it. So the day before I knew this was going to be a big day, and thus I set my alarm to wake me up bright and early at 6 a.m. The next morning I jumped out of bed, ready to begin my day, and only probably... Okay, so let's just start off.
Yep.
Okay, Flappy is what my computer's for, so let's start coding. So to begin with, let's just get a circle on the screen which is affected by gravity. It's beautiful! Okay, so bird upwards. This took some pipes. The pipes are just going to be rectangles which move from the right side of the screen to the left. Not nice. You'd think by now that I'd be capable of drawing rectangles to a screen, but nope. You'd be wrong. You'd be wrong. Okay, there we go. Now we just need to add some collision detection, because I haven't implemented the dying mechanism yet.
Yeah, so it's really great that he's starting from scratch and explaining each step of like what he's doing. He's not explaining how he does it. I think if you pause the code, then maybe you will be able to see it. But actually, I was not able to find the code to this one or the other ones. We'll have a look at that later on. But yeah, that's a little bit of a pity here.
So only having one pipe makes this game ridiculously easy, so we need to add a pipe on top to make pipe pairs. This requires tweaking the collision, so yeah, we're getting close now, although the game is still a little too easy, so I'm making the jump. And we got to start, let's draw the bird. But that's mainly because I pretty much just copied the pipes in the game pixel for pixel. I told you I had skills. Okay, now we need a back to record. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with how everything looks. However, the bird looks really stiff and kind of weird. So let's make the bird tilt up when it's flapping and tilt down while it's... Okay, that's okay. I didn't think I was that slow at drawing. I need to add a few details for players. I did so it survives. Going to bed.
Nice. Yeah, so he managed to do the Flappy Bird. That was great. Yeah, so let's have a look at other videos where he does other games. Asteroids, that's also a classic one. Okay, let's winding. This is really nostalgic for me because actually I know this game from the childhood and I used to play it, I think, on one of the fast computers I ever had. So it's really great to have a look at Asteroids. I've totally forgotten about this game. It is fun. Okay, so this is one of his first videos from almost 2 years ago right now. So there's, I guess, not much code. He just shows what the next generations of neural networks are doing and how they learn. And it's just music right now. Okay, that's very interesting. Let's see another one. Pac-Man is great. That's another very well-known game, of course. So maybe, okay, chess. chess was done many times over and over. Yeah, maybe let's have a look at the Pac-Man. That's one of the classic Atari games that also was done by DeepMind when they did actually all the classical Atari games.
Who would want to watch that garbage? This is YouTube. You guys aren't here to read, especially when you've got such a talented artist as your host. Hey guys, it's Evan from codebullet here. You probably met my writing before, but as great as white text on a black background, first of all, it had no idea what it was doing. It wasn't learning anything. It didn't know when to eat the ghosts, when to not eat the ghosts. Sometimes it was allowed to, sometimes it wasn't. And it also had to learn to navigate the maze at the same time. It was a mess. It was not happening. So I had to hold its hand a little bit. I split the learning into 3 stages. The first stage was with no ghosts, no big dots, just Pac-Man learning to navigate the maze. The only way it dies if it stops moving or doesn't eat any pellets within a certain amount of time. After about 20 generations of learning, we introduce the ghosts, but we keep the big dots out of there. Now that Pac-Man has learned to navigate the maze, it can focus on learning how to evolve to avoid the ghosts. And since there are no big dots, Pac-Man isn't confused by sometimes being able to eat them, and sometimes they kill him. Then, after another 40 generations of learning, we introduce the big dots, and we can finally finish the game in theory. In practice, it's always a bit different, but that's the idea. This sucks. It's very long. But the neural net controlling the Pac-Man in the bottom right corner, so you can watch it evolve as Pac-Man's behavior evolves. I think it's pretty cool. As you can imagine, playing Pac-Man without any ghosts is quite simple. If so, Pac-Man or his agent. The AIs have no idea what's going on. They've just been suddenly introduced to evil ghosts which will try and eat them. So, fair to say they're not doing super well. It's kind of like introducing an invasive species. It's evolve or perish. But slowly and surely, the AIs learn to avoid the ghosts. Add the dots and see how they go. Expect the scores they are getting skyrocket.
Okay, that's
This
fun.
guy is-
Let's see another one. But yeah, let's see one of the newest actually. So, okay, there's Snake. Snake is of course great. That's from last month.
Q. Where was I? Okay, so as I was saying,
Let's see from the start.
obviously on a YouTube channel is a thing. A snake AI, unlike any seen before. You will be the god of Snake World. Let's get back into it. So, problem is, I don't really want to do any of them, so let's pretend there's nothing I could do to make it work with Q learning, and let's put Adrian out of his misery. Am I dope? Bringing the mazes to solve. We've got the start point, we've got the end point, and we've got the walls. This is, of course, a massive oversimplification because the 5 meters and you let me easy maze. My word for it, let's math this shit. So there are 4 possible moves at each point in time. That's up, down, left, and right. And the path will take 34 moves to get to the food. We need to calculate how many different paths can be number of. Probably guys this in the direct.
Okay, that's the coding part.
Alright, here we go. Yeah, that's kind of what I expected. Alright, how about now? Well, it drew the background, so that counts as progress. I'm counting that as a win. It's riddled with issues. However, let's just sit back and pretend it's gonna work. You good, bro? You still with us? There are 2 best paths between the head, about 1 metric fuck ton of paths. So that's probably possible situation. This is taking the longest path to the apple. Oh shit, that's a great idea. Alright, so what I'm thinking. Cool. That's fine. I'm fine. Okay, let's try something else.
Okay, that's fun. Especially with this music and changing colors. It's going on and on. Let's see until the end.
Oh, fucked up. No, no, no.
Almost.
Third time's a charm. Oh my god. Projects, one of which is a snake AI. He actually did it by hacking into. This part was heavily inspired by John Daspel's work. He's got a website where he does a bunch of projects, one of which is a snake AI. He actually did it by hacking into Nokia and playing that way in a video titled Snake on Phone. This guy's like a genius, however, his video naming skills could use some work. That's like some reverse clickbait shit. Okay, so backhanded compliments aside, let's see how this works. So this algorithm works using something known as a Hamiltonian cycle. A Hamiltonian cycle is a gross-ass math term, which I remember from a uni course, which I didn't pay enough attention to. So I feel like I'm perfectly qualified to explain this. In order to understand realizing its speed, take a look at this.
Okay, and then there's some more explanation of what he's doing and how the snake works. So that's fun. As you can see, there are many more games, like really classical ones that are known by basically everyone, like Auto Clicker. That's a fun one because probably maybe you don't know this game. I didn't know it that as well, but games in the Flash where you have to click on the screen really fast in order to kill something. That's a really like a classical thing. Another classical thing, of course, is Drive. So like kind of a two-dimensional racing game that's also fun. Climbing racing, that's also classical. Cube, that's also great. So even though that codebullet has like, I guess like 40-50 videos right now, he's really popular because his videos are really great. He puts a lot of time into them by preparing all those games, and the visuals are quite good. So, and he has good titles, good thumbnails, so it's always fun. So I really recommend watching this channel just for fun. You also probably learn something, but they're really good for chilling, for having a little bit fun. So it's really great. So yeah, that's it for today. Thank you for watching with me, codebullet. I'll be reviewing more YouTube channels in the future, so stay tuned. And there are more things coming soon to my channel. So thank you for watching, please subscribe to my channel, and see you in the next episode.